how's everyone doing there tonight? This is Undead Nightmare 24, back with a video. Hope everyone's doing well out there. It's going to be a collection video. I've been showing my boutique label collections. I showed my Arrow videos last week. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. Now I'm going to be showing my Scream Factories. So these are probably my top two favorite labels. It goes back and forth. I love both labels, but I'll lean towards one or the other. It just depends. But me as a horror fan, I really love Scream Factory. So I'll be going through box sets. Then I got also be going through Shout Select first. Well, box sets first, and then Shout Select. Then I'll be going through my editions with slipcovers, and then my editions without slipcovers. So there's quite a good stack, guys. This could be a lengthy video. So sit back, relax, grab you guys a drink or something. So let's get this going. I'll start with the box sets first. So here we go, guys. My first box set here is going to be the It's Alive trilogy. I picked this up right away once it got announced. It has Island of the Alive, It Lives Again, and It's Alive. So I guess that's 1, 2, and 3 right there. But yeah, these films are a lot of fun. Classics. Grew up watching them. That's the It's Alive trilogy. Next up, I'll go with this one. We got the Wreck box set. These films are good, man. They're foreign, but they're like found footage, and it's kind of like an infection films. I'm sure you guys have heard of them. We got Wreck 1, Wreck 2, Wreck 3, and Wreck 4. I enjoy the first 3, and 4 is it's fun, but it's just alright on part 4. But the first 2 are the best, and then part 3 I enjoyed. I had fun with. That's the Wreck collection. There's the back. Real happy to have that one. Next up, I got the Fly collection box set. I enjoyed all these films. I don't have one bad one in this box set. They all are a lot of fun. You got the classics, The Fly, Return of the Fly, Curse of the Fly, The Fly, the Cronenberg remake, and The Fly 2. And I enjoyed the whole box set. This is a nice set. I love the art. And then there's the back art. Real awesome. Next up, we got the Critters box set. This comes with Critters 1, Critters 2, Critters 3, and Critters 4. And I enjoyed them all, man. It does get worse as it goes on, but I still have fun in this. Just really happy Scream Factory put the Critters films together. So next up, we got... This is a recent one that I picked up, the Omen collection, and I still haven't seen these films, but I hear good things about them. We've got the Omen, Damien Omen 2, The Final Conflict, Omen 4, The Awakening, and the Omen remake. And it took me a while to get this box set, but I finally did. There's the back art. I'm happy to have that one. Next up, we got, let me get this over here. You guys have probably seen this a lot. The Friday the 13th box set. Love this edition. Man, everyone went for this one. Apologize for the lighting, guys. There you go. There's the art. And the movies there. And I did get the replacement discs with these. Just love this box set. Really happy they put the Friday the 13th set together. And then here's one of my pickups. I finally got one of my joys and holy grail of the collection. You guys have seen it before. It's the Halloween 15 disc box set. There's the art. And the films. My favorite horror franchise right here. Feel happy to have this. I've been after this for years. To finally get it, it's just amazing to me. There's the Halloween box set. So those are my box sets. The only one I'm lacking is the Amityville Horror Trilogy. And that's out of print now, so it does go for a pretty price there, but eventually I think I will pick it up. It's not at the moment. So those are the box sets. Now let's get to the Shout Was it? Shout Factory, the Shout Factory editions. Hold on just a sec, let me get that pile. So we will go with the ones with slips first. I got California with Brad Pitt and Juliette Lewis. Fun serial killer film. The slip. There's the alternate art. Yeah, this is a fun film. Really enjoyed this one. California. Next up we got Streets of Fire with the slip. Awesome movie. Really like the music in this. Good action film. William Dafoe. There's alternate art. Next up we got the classic The Burbs. Love this film. It's like a horror, has horror elements and a comedy. Tom Hanks, I'm sure you guys have heard of this. And there's the alternate art. The Burbs. Next up we got a 4K edition here. The Deer Hunter. This movie, I had never seen it till I picked up the 4K, and this movie is awesome, man. Really enjoyed it. Robert De Niro, Meryl Streep, Christopher Walken. Awesome war film. There's the art, pretty much the same. I have some more 4Ks from Scream Factory. Get to later. Next up, we got the Street Fighter collection. This is awesome. Some Sonny Chiba. Here's a slip box. Same art on there. These films are a lot of kung fu fun. Next up, we got one I found at Walmart. Valentine the Dark Avenger. I haven't seen this one yet. The slip. And same art on the Blu-ray. Okay, now I'll get to the Shout Factory editions without the slips. We got Breed Apart. Rest in peace, Rutger Hauer. This movie was decent. We got Kathleen Turner in it as well. Next up, we got The Exterminator 2. Awesome film. Love these films. Robert Ginty. Next up, we got my favorite Patrick Swayze film, Roadhouse. Classic. We got here Star Crash, starring the lovely Carolyn Monroe, my favorite final girl. Awesome sci-fi film. So those are my Shout Factories. I don't have much. I want to still add some more. So now we'll get to the Scream Factories, and this is a pile. I will start with the slips first, and then make my way to the ones without slips. I did start collecting later, so there's a lot of them I don't have with slips. Let's go with this pile first. So we'll go with one of the recent editions, Urban Legend, fun 90s slasher. There's the alternate art. Go with a Trick or Treat with the slip. Awesome horror anthology film you guys have probably heard about. Sam. Next up we got a Wes Craven classic, People Under the Stairs with the slip. Alternate art. So I like getting these with the slips because I like flipping them to the alternate art and then have the Scream Factory art on the slip. Got The Strangers. Really enjoy this film. I like the sequel better. That's my opinion, but I still have fun with this one. There's the alternate art. Strangers. Next up we got Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. The slip's a little dinged up. When my daughter was little, she chewed on it, so it has a little mark there. But yeah, love. I'm a fan of all these TCM films, man. There's the original art, hilarious. The Breakfast Club style. Next up, we got a recent one, 13 Ghosts. One of my favorite horror films from the 2000s. Real creepy ghosts in there, atmosphere. There's the original art. Next up, we got The Entity, supernatural film with some rapey scenes. But I enjoy this film, man. It's a good supernatural film. There's the original art. And we got The Blob. Awesome remake. Got the Dylan mullet there. Really enjoy this one. There's the original art. Next up we got, it's an older release, but I recently picked it up. Teen Wolf. Classic Michael J. Fox. Kind of comedy. It's original art. Next up we got Tales from the Hood, one of my favorite horror anthology films. Classic right here. Love that original art right there. Second, while I put this one in. Next up, we got another one I picked up. One of my newer ones. So happy they put this out. Tales from the Dark Side. Love that art. This is one of my favorite horror anthology films as well. It's the Tales from the Dark Side movie. There's the original art. That's what I remember it from at the video store back in the day. There's that pile. Let me grab another pile here. There we go. I have to grab these piles. They're all over the place. Here we go with a Carpenter one. Not that much horror, but a classic I grew up watching with Jeff Bridges and Karen Allen. Starman. Love this movie. Ethan Carpenter, man. I'll watch. It's original art. Here we go with Slither. This film's a lot of fun, man. I need to revisit this one. It has the slugs kind of like Night of the Creep style. And there's the original art. Another one of my more recent pickups, Silver Bullet, classic, Stephen King, Corey Haim, rest in peace. Awesome werewolf film. This is the original art. Next up, we got a Christmas horror classic, Silent Night, Deadly Night. I still need to pick up part 2. I haven't got it. This one's an awesome film. Billy. There's the original art. Next up, we got some Jamie Lee Curtis and Stacy Keach, Road Games. I like this film. Great atmosphere in it. Awesome slip. There's the original art. Next up, we got Return of the Living Dead, classic. There's the original popular art right there. Love these zombie movies. That's my favorite genre. These are the classics, man. And then we got Return of the Living Dead Part 2. I was so stoked when Scream Factory released this because this is my favorite one. It's just goofy fun, man. And I just love the soundtrack. There's the original art that I used to have the VHS with. Next up, we got Pet Sematary 2, I feel is an underrated sequel. I had a lot of fun revisiting this one. Got Edward Furlong. There's the original art. And what's his name? Clancy Brown, man. He does a great performance in this. Next up, we got Ninja 3 The Domination. Cheesy fun from the 80s. That's the girl from Breakin', man. There's the original art. Cheesy fun, like I said. Next up, we got one of my favorite releases, My Bloody Valentine. Uncut version. Awesome slipcover. I know it came with another one, but I didn't get on that one. But this film is one of the best slashers I think made, man. There's original art. Definitely my top 5 with slashers. Next up, we got probably my favorite Michael Mann film, Manhunter. This slip is out of print now and goes for crazy money. But yeah, it's one of my favorite films. Serial killer films. Love that art. We got the original art there. Awesome film, guys. Manhunter. Next up, we got some Clive Barker. Lord of Illusions. I really enjoyed this film. I'd never seen it till I got this copy. This cover's out of print as well. There's the original art. Lord of Illusions. See if I can get that to close. These slips, they come stubborn, man. There we go. Next up, we got Land of the Dead, one of my favorite Romero zombie films. John Leguizamo. This is an awesome film. I think got Argento's daughter too. Asia Argento is in this. Yeah, Asia Argento. There's the original art. Love this film. Dennis Hopper too, rest in peace. Okay, now I'll get to some more slips. Get the other pile. Next up, we got a John Carpenter film, In the Mouth of Madness. Another one I hadn't seen until I got this copy. And I feel this is an underrated Carpenter film, man. Got Sam Neill in it. There's the original art. Next up, we got a 90s classic to me, Idle Hands. It's a horror comedy. Young Jessica Alba. Just a lot of fun with this one. Got an evil, possessed hand. There's the original art. Idle Hands from the 90s. Next up, we got Hell Night. Really enjoyed this one. Linda Blair. 80s slasher. I hadn't seen this one either till I got a copy of it. Fun film. Gonna hear that a lot. Fun film. And we got another one. 2000 horror film, Ghost Ship. I enjoyed this one. I think it's a blast. Some art there. Got the original art. Next up, we got Event Horizon, one of my most recent pickups. This art, I thought it could be better, but this film is great, man. I had never seen it till I picked this up, man, and it's a fun one with Sam Neill and Lawrence Fishburne. Kind of like Hellraiser vibes through it in space. There's the original art. Next up, we got a Carpenter film, Escape from LA. I like this one. Not as good as the original, but I still have a lot of fun with it. Got Pam Grier, Stacy Keach, of course Kurt Russell back. There's the original art. Next up, we got the original Escape from New York. Awesome film. You guys have heard of this. Carpenter classic right here. Kurt Russell, man. Snake Plissken. Isaac Hayes. Adrienne Barbeau. All-star cast in here. There's the original art. Love this film. Next up we got Dawn of the Dead remake. Solid remake. Nothing like the original to me, but I enjoyed this one. There's the original poster art. I actually saw this movie in the theaters, so it was a blast to see. Next up we got, this one's a bizarre one to be in the Scream Factory, but Cyborg. Thought this would be like a Shout Factory, but love this movie. This could be my favorite Van Damme movie, honestly. Cyborg, classic. There's the original art there. Love that. Cyborg. Okay, let me get to that other pile now with slips. Here we go with the next pile. We got the Creep Show limited edition. So happy Scream Factory released this, and this is like a slip box. I'm sure you guys have seen it. It's a slip box. And it has the nice booklet and stuff, and like the comic book front cover. Big fan of this movie. Creep Show. Put this one back in. Next up we got my favorite Stallone film, Cobra. Love this movie. Action and a slasher. With the slip. Disappointed me in this, they didn't have alternate art. I think they should have put more effort into this film because it's a Stallone classic, man. So I was kind of bugged they didn't put the effort in this edition. Next up we got my favorite Chucky movie, Child's Play, the original. You can't top that. Love that art. And got the original art. Child's Play. Next up we got another Carpenter classic, Big Trouble in Little China. I won this on Sean Blue Digital's contest. I was missing this. And had it with a slip. This is original art. Shout out to Sean Blue Digital, man. Hope you get back on YouTube, bro. Classic by Carpenter. Next up we got, so another one I just picked up recently, but it's an older release. Behind the Mask, Rise of Leslie Vernon. Awesome film, man. I had fun with this one. You got Freddy in this one, Robert Englund. But this is, I love the take on the slasher in this. Like I found footage. There's the original art. Next up we got April Fool's Day. Classic slasher from the 80s. This was a blast to revisit. There's the original art. And next up, let me see. We got a Bronson classic, 10 to Midnight. I hadn't seen this till I got this copy, and I feel this is an underrated slasher. I put it up there with Maniac and Cobra, the serial killer movies. There's the original art. Awesome film. Can't go wrong with some Bronson, man. Let's see. Next up, these are some recent pickups. They've been out, but I finally got them. I haven't seen them yet. Paul Naschy Collection, Volume 1. These are slide boxes too. I'm not gonna take them out, but still need to watch these. Then I got Paul Naschy Collection too. Still got to get to these. I'm a big fan of Paul Naschy. Next up, let me separate these. Okay, there we go. Next up, we got one I picked up recently too, Vice Squad. This is another fun movie, underrated. Wings Hauser. serial killer movie on the streets. There's the original cover. Vice Squad. Next up, we got Vampires. I feel this is an underrated Carpenter film, and this was filmed in my hometown. That's pretty cool. Love that art. James Woods in this one, killing vampires. Can't go wrong. Next up, we got a 90s slasher, Valentine. I hadn't seen this one since probably the 90s till I got this copy. It's a good one to watch on Valentine's Day. Nice little 90s slasher there. Denise Richards. There's the original art. So those are my Scream Factories with the slips. Now I'll get to my ones with the slip that are IFC. We'll start off with Ambition. Still haven't seen this. Producer of Nightmare on Elm Street. I think it has alternate art. No. Wilding. Fun werewolf movie. Brad Dourif. It's alternate art. Next up we got The Widow, one of my recent pickups. Disappointment to me in this one. Didn't really care for it. No alternate art on that one. Next up we got The Rental. Enjoyed this one. Thought it was a fun slasher. That's the alternate art. The Rental. Recent pickup for me. Rent-A-Pal. Haven't seen this one yet. Looks interesting. No alternate art. Got The Relic. This is a different film than I expected, but enjoyed it. Real sad film. There's the original art. Next up we got Feral, starring Scott Taylor Compton. She was Laurie on the Rob Zombie Halloweens. I like this film. I thought it was a lot of fun. No alternate art. And we got Desolation. This is a fun backwoods slasher. Real creepy killer with sunglasses there. Stalks these females in the woods, man. It's a lot of fun. So those are my IFC titles with the slips. I still need to add more of those to the collection. So now we're going to get into the editions without slips. There we go. The first one, The Brain. Awesome film from the 80s. Cheesy fun. I'm running out of room here, guys. Except we got Superstition. Fun film. Horror film. Next up we got Street Walking. Nice exploitation film. Really like that one. Got a killer in this one as well. Got Sleepaway Camp. Classic. I don't have the slip for this one. Raw. I still haven't seen this. Heard good things about it. Piranha 2, The Spawning. Cheesy fun. Got flying piranhas, man. Next up, Orca the Killer Whale. Awesome film. Revenge killer whale film. Got Of Unknown Origin. Killer rat movie. Really enjoyed that one. Got Peter Weller, RoboCop himself. Got Night of the Comet. Awesome classic. One of my favorite 80s horror films. Man's Best Friend. Grew up on this. I had this on VHS. Lance Hendrickson, killer dog movie. Robotic killer dog movie. Awesome. Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2. I do like the first one. Second one's, it's good. It's decent. The third one is crap. But yeah, pretty fun franchise there. House on Willow Street. This was decent. I didn't really care too much for this one. Gate 2. Enjoyed this sequel. Love the original, but this one was fun too. One of my recent pickups, Final Exam. Watch this one. Pretty solid slasher. I enjoyed it. Fear No Evil, Possession movie. A lot of fun. Not enough love this film, but I enjoyed it a lot. Let's get to the next pile without slipcovers. And next up we got Exorcism at 60,000 feet. This is like a comedy, but it's alright, I guess. So we got Dolls, classic. Grew up on this film. Fun killer doll movie. I'm sure you guys have heard of that one. So we got Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight. I don't have the slip for this. I love this movie. One of my favorite demon movies. I need to get Bordello for blood. Got Romero classic, Day of the Dead. No slip. What more can I say about this film, man? Epic cult classic, Day of the Dead. Got Dark Angel, cheesy fun, Dolph Lundgren. Okay, let's see. Got Crawl Space with Kloskinski. Oddity right here. This film's odd but enjoyable. Got Cherry Falls. Really like that slasher. Rest in peace, Brittany Murphy. Got Michael Biehn from Terminator. Pretty fun slasher there. Got Candyman, Farewell to the Flesh. Really like this sequel. Original's my favorite, but this one was still pretty good. Got Brain Scan. I was really excited when they announced this one. It's one of my favorite films. Edward Furlong. Body Parts. Fun one. Jeff Fahey. Really like that one. Next up, John Carpenter's Body Bags. Don't have this with a slip. Fun horror anthology film. Next up, we got Black Christmas, the original. Love this film. Top 5 slasher. Next up, we got some Barbara Crampton, Beyond the Gates. Another one of my favorite Final Girls. I enjoyed this one. I thought it was fun. I don't know how many times you guys are going to hear me say fun. Alright, last pile here, guys. Just gonna separate this. Okay, there it is. Let's get into them without the slips. Village of the Dam, Carpenter film I have not seen. Need to watch that one still. Twice Dead, fun 80s film. I enjoyed this one. Watched it a few weeks ago, I should say. Fun 80s. Plague of the Zombies, good zombie film, Hammer film. Carpenter classic, They Live. Legend of the Seven Golden Vampires. This is a fun one too, like Hammer and Kung Fu mixed. Good one. Got The Legacy with Sam Elliott. Really enjoyed this one. The Howling. Probably my second favorite werewolf movie. Next to American Werewolf in London. Got Dee Wallace. Classic. The Horror Show. I enjoy this one. It's a fun one. It's also AKA House 3. Next up we got The Hills Run Red. Really enjoyed this slasher. It did have some CGI in it, but some nice kills in that one. Funhouse Massacre. I've heard people say this is one good one, but I couldn't get into it. I tried watching it and I just couldn't get into it, my opinion, guys. Funhouse Massacre. Next up, The Funhouse. Underrated Hooper film. Toby Hooper, man. Really enjoy this one. Like the setting, atmosphere. Okay, now we're going to get into the double features that I have. Curse 1 and 2. Enjoyed both of these. I like Curse 2 more. I need to still pick up the third part. They have a third one out there. X-Ray and Schizoid. I've seen X-Ray, real fun slasher. I haven't seen Schizoid yet. I need to watch it. Next up, we got the Terror Within 2. Picked this up on the Scream Factory when they were selling it before they brought it back into print. I believe I've seen these, and they're a lot of fun. Next up, we got The Outing and The Godsend. I enjoyed both these films, but I like The Godsend more, man. That one really creeped me out, got to me. But yeah, good double feature there. Got Terror Vision and Video Dead, 2 classics. Enjoyed both of them. A recent pickup, Scanners 2 and 3. I got this for a still price. It's out of print. I haven't seen these yet, or the original. Next up, we got Ghost House, one of my favorite horror Italian films. Witchery, classic with Hasselhoff and Linda Blair. Good double feature there. And next up, we got Cellar Dweller and Catacombs. I have not seen these yet. I need to get around to them. And just that I snap, guys, I do have a couple 4Ks. Forgot to mention these. They're doing 4Ks. I have the They Live 4K, Scream Factory, and Prince of Darkness 4K. I hope they keep doing these because I want Escape from New York and The Fog, and then if they keep releasing Carpenter 4Ks, I'm getting them, man. So that's my collection, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry for keeping you guys this long. It's a lengthy video, but hope everyone's doing well out there, guys. Please hit a like, subscribe, comment. Everyone stay safe out there. Have a great week. This is Undead Nightmare 24 back with a video. Keep it horror. Peace.